Hello, Tiger fans. Welcome back to another episode of the Tiger Sports Report. I'm Ethan Scott, joined alongside the Cody Ike. Cody, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing awesome, man. Thank you, fans, so much for joining us for another episode here this week. Cody, we're going to start this episode by watching some of the best plays from that Broken Arrow Enid game of last week. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's get started.
Let's get to it. So we got Cooper Bates in the pocket right here. Read option. He's scrambling. Tutty. Cooper Bates, in my opinion, you know, I do photography a little bit on the side. I got a nice slick photo of him running for a touchdown. It was like a 70-yarder against Norman North. That dude has some wheels.
He does. He's a tough one though. He's tough to go down. That's the thing.
For sure.
Yeah, I've seen a video of that of him scrambling there. That was a really impressive run.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next play. This one looks like it's on the defense. Oh, I think I saw this one as it happened too. Yep. Boom. Austin Newell. There he is, off to the races. He finally went down, which is tough. Austin Newell, if he got a touchdown there, I mean, with the score being 24-21 at the time, that would have been a huge momentum shifter.
Huge touchdown. I mean, he kind of got like stumbling after he got the play, but
yeah. That's a defensive thing to do. You know how it is.
I mean, it's tough to get down there and get the ball and go, but it was good that he's really good.
Very, very strong, very impressive. All right, next play. This one looks like it's offensive. Oh, I think I remember this one too, especially at the time, because we were down 14-0. Yep. Yeah, Cabry off the screenplay. Cabry Harris, dude was off to the races. He had one more defender, just gave him a little Tyreek Hill peace sign, ran away. Dude was with, I mean, just like Cooper Bates, like I've said, Cabry Harris also a guy with some wheels there, Cody.
I know Cabry, and I mean, when you see him, I mean, you could tell he's fast, which is how he looks. I mean, we were down 14-7. I was 0, my bad. 14-0 in that play. So that was a big touchdown. Just outran everybody. Made the first guy miss.
Dude's gone, bro. You see Cabry Harris on a screen route, I mean, you got to do your best to defend him for sure. All right, I think we got one more player to – oh, yep, this play. This was massive. Bink. Demarius Reynolds took that one back to the house too, bro. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he did not. But, dude, Demarius Reynolds, he's a defensive lineman. And, I mean, to have hands like that, dude, that's very impressive, especially for the position.
I mean, it was a great catch, but the pressure that we got, too, on that, the quarterback was on his back foot through it. I mean, we got good pressure, good interception. We wish we could have took it to the house like you said, but, I mean, we score on that play?
We did not score on that play. No, sir. I wish, dude. Demarius Reynolds, yeah, he has wheels, too. I can see him. I see him running sometimes. That dude – I mean, yeah, just a very talented D lineman. That dude's going to go far in his, college and even possibly professional career. That dude's a beast. Well, guys, that's going to wrap up this segment on looking at the plays of the week from the Broken Arrow Enid game. When me and Cody get back, we'll be joined alongside Bray Woodall and Bianca Reeder for some MLB talk. World Series coming up. And, yeah, we'll be right back with some more Tiger Sports Report after this.
Right now, get $200 from TTCU Federal Credit Union when you open a new checking account with direct deposit. What would you buy with $200?
Cars, race cars, my own apartment, 100 coloring books, and a puppy.
Or maybe some groceries and a tank of gas. $200 for whatever works for you from TTCU, because life is better in balance.
What's up, Tiger fans? I'm Ethan Scott, joined alongside Cody Ike, Bray Woodall, and Bianca Reeder, and we are now going to be starting the MLB segment. Phillies and Astros making the World Series, and Bianca got some questions for us about that.
Alrighty, what team are you most disappointed in on who didn't make it to the World Series? Ethan, let's start with you.
I'm most disappointed in the New York Yankees. The Yankees are probably the most disappointing team, especially this season. Aaron Judge ended up hitting an AL record, 62 home runs, and he surpassed Roger Maris. I've grown up a Yankees fan. My whole entire family's from Lower Heights, Manhattan, and all that type of stuff. So, like, seeing them play as badly as they did, it just really disappoints me, and it's horrible. I hate this Yankees team right now.
I would probably also have to say the Yankees. They weren't looking good. I mean, Aaron Judge, he did great. He had one of the best seasons ever that I've seen in my lifetime. And, I mean, they just disappointed. They're losing that fast in the playoffs. I mean, they could have gone all the way, to be honest.
I'm going to have to say the Dodgers. I mean, like, they have Freddie Freeman, Clayton Kershaw, Mookie Betts, and Trey Turner, and they still couldn't make the World Series. I think everyone's been expecting.
They lost to the Padres, and the Padres got gentlemen swept by the Phillies. That's not
as
good.
They should.
It's not good.
Alrighty, kind of going off what you guys said about the Yankees, what do you think should be their first move in the offseason?
Fire Brian Cashman. Do not re-sign Aaron Judge. I'm not saying to completely rebuild the entire franchise, but Brian Cashman's been in the GM position for the New York Yankees for the past 22 seasons now, and has spent over $4.6 billion just to win one World Series. I think he is probably the worst general manager in Yankee history, without a singular doubt. And Aaron Judge, not saying he's bad, again, like Cody said, probably one of the best seasons ever in his history, but he's going to be asking for either $500 million or more, because there's no way. I mean, he's literally lost in the playoffs in either the CS round or the DS round every single season that he has been a Yankee. Every single season. He's supposed to be a Yankee because Yankees win championships, and he's not getting that treatment. So he's either going to ask for some really big bucks, which, Brian Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner being the way they are, they're not going to spend it. And either he's going to get that money or he's going to go to a different team. And I predict he either goes to the Phillies or the Dodgers.
Alrighty, Cody.
Well, Ethan said that he doesn't think they should restart. I think they should restart. Aaron Judge is going to ask for a lot of money with this season that he just had. But them being the Yankees, they are a big market team, so I think they could rebuild kind of fast. Like we've seen teams rebuild faster. I think they could rebuild really fast since they're the Yankees, and they just need to restart for like a season or two, and then they'll be back contenders probably.
I mean, some Yankees history too. I mean, they had a really bad rough patch in the 80s, and I mean, look what they did in the 90s. The Yankees know how to rebuild.
Bray, let me hear it from you.
I think they need to re-sign Aaron Judge because he's just a generational talent. He's like the best hitter in the league, and so like you can't like afford to lose him. He's still young.
The problem I have with that mentality, though, is it's such a home run hitting offense. Their offense is not very dimensional. All they do is hit bombs. Yeah. There's no getting base runners on base, none of that. It's literally just home run, home run. I mean, literally almost every single one of their runs scored in the playoffs were based off home runs.
But I think they need to sign people to help that out because Aaron Judge is doing his job. Like, his job is to hit bombs. They need to sign other people's job, like to, hit doubles and stuff.
I think base runners. I think we need people that just get on base. And we need contact hitters at this point because we want more runs scored off those bombs. That's the thing.
Alrighty, and starting with Bray this time, what team do you think has the advantage going into the World Series?
The Phillies. I think they've had a harder playoff run than the Astros, and Bryce Harper's just on fire. He's tied for first in home runs and doubles and hits and everything. He's just been popping off. It's the best he's ever played in the playoffs and the farthest he's ever made in the playoffs.
Alrighty, Cody?
I mean, Bryce Harper, former MVP. I think the Phillies do have it. I'm ignoring all biased. I think the Phillies will win. The Astros, I mean, they've had playoff schedule. Their playoff schedule hasn't been too hard. The Phillies have played better teams, and I mean, Bryce Harper's going to show why he won that MVP.
While the Phillies, I want them to win it to my heart. I desperately want the Philadelphia Phillies to win the World Series because I hate the Houston Astros with a passion, especially after 2019, what they did to my New York Yankees. Or sorry, 2017. That was 5 years ago now, dude. That's nuts. But yeah, so going on to that point, Astros realistically are going to win. Trending on Twitter today, for example, is Astros in 6. A lot of people think Phillies take game 1, they take game 4, and then everything else is taken by the Astros. Astros pitching rotation with Justin Verlander leading the charge is probably one of the best we've seen in baseball history, and their hitting rotation is just spectacular, and the Phillies are going to have a lot on their plate if they're going to want to try and upset the Houston Astros.
Alrighty, and that's all the questions I got for you guys.
Awesome. Well, everybody, thank you so much. We'll be right back with some more Tiger Sports Report after this.
Recently, you've had to put your life on hold, and we're with you in this. At Ascension St. John, we're now open for appointments, and we are fully prepared for your safety in our care. As we open our doors again, our doctors, nurses, and care teams will continue to wear personal protective equipment. We've taken even more steps to clean and stringently disinfect all areas. We will maintain distancing in our waiting rooms, and will continue to limit visitors. And we will still screen all staff to protect their health and yours. Our emergency rooms are here 24/7. Please do not delay care. We're still delivering babies and performing surgeries. And we're open for your appointments, from specialists and surgical care to routine care and health screenings. Ask us about virtual visits. Ascension St. John continues to care for you, as we have been for almost a century. Thank you for trusting us.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tiger Sports Report. I'm Ethan Scott, joined alongside Cody Ike, and we have two guests here on for this segment for the NFL. We have Mr. Ethan Walker, fantasy football expert, and we have Mr. Noah Manis. How are you two doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Awesome.
Just here.
Awesome. So, Week 7 just concluded in the NFL. Noah, we'll start with you. Cowboys situation. You know, Dak Prescott has officially come back and led the Dallas Cowboys to a 24-6 victory over the Detroit Lions, who are not very good, obviously. So the win, honestly, not too supported so far. He also only threw like 207 yards. But in your opinion, Noah, how do you think the Cowboys should approach this Dak Prescott situation now, especially after he came back and won his first game back?
I mean, he's been playing good. I mean, like his first week, probably like, when he got injured and stuff. I mean, him just coming back, playing like he did, I mean, I think he'll be pretty good for the rest of the season.
What about yourself, Ethan?
I kind of agree with what he says. I mean, the hype on Cooper Rush was unbelievable. I do believe Cooper Rush could be a starter. Could be, could not be, but I think Dak Prescott is still going to carry the Cowboys to playoffs, maybe even Super Bowl this year.
For sure, for sure. Cody, I think you would know this, actually. DeAndre Hopkins returns this week, right?
Yep.
All right,
He returned last week.
He returned last week?
Last week.
Okay.
10 catches for 104 yards, I think.
What do you think about that, Noah?
I mean, bro played good.
D-Hop being D-Hop?
I mean, that means he can do stuff without scoring a touchdown.
And without taking steroids. What about yourself, Ethan? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, D-Hop is just being D-Hop, as you already said, so I believe that he's going to be doing good for the rest of the season. I mean, with Marquise Brown out for unknown time.
Yeah, he's on IR now.
Yeah, so I believe that he will be doing fine.
So, you two, week 8, we got some pretty good matchups. We got the Ravens, Bucks, Broncos, Jags, Panthers, Falcons, Bears, Cowboys, Dolphins, Lions, Cardinals, Vikings, Raiders, Saints, Patriots, Jets, Steelers, Eagles, Texans, Titans, Commanders, Colts, 49ers, Rams, Giants, Seahawks, Packers, Bills, and for Monday Night Football, the Bengals and the Browns. What do you guys think is the most interesting matchup? I'll say mine first. Definitely that Green Bay Packer Buffalo Bill game.
I mean, probably Vikings and Cardinals for me.
What's yourself, Ethan?
I probably have to say Jaguars and Broncos is going to be either a really, really low-scoring game or a really, really high-scoring game because both their defense are pretty – they're not that good. I mean, their offense is pretty meh for both teams, but it's still going to be either be a high-scoring or very, very low-scoring game.
Cody, you look a little concerned about what he just said. You want to reiterate that?
Well, it's just a matter of the fact the Broncos don't have a bad defense. Their offense is the main problem right now, and I think Russ is playing this game, but even with Russ playing, our offense is just not very good. And the Jags, well, their offense isn't very good either, to be honest. And I don't think I think their defense is a little bit overrated. So I think it could go either way, but I don't see it being a high-scoring game in my opinion.
Let's navigate to another topic. Ethan Walker, Mr. Fantasy Football Expert. Who are some players to start this week, or some players to bench, and who are some players that you think fans should watch out for?
Definitely watch out for McCole Hardman for the Kansas City Chiefs. He had a really good game. I think it's Parrish Campbell for the Colts. He had a really good game past couple of weeks. Even James Robinson I would look out for because he's replacing Breece Hall.
Yes, sir. Torn ACL out for the year.
He's out for the year. I believe that James Robinson is going to fill in that role pretty well. And then that's really all I have for right now.
And actually, before we do end it, I forgot to ask a very crucial question about a very crucial topic. Noah, Christian McCaffrey has been traded to the San Francisco 49ers from the Carolina Panthers. Noah, how are we feeling about that trade?
Pretty smart for the 49ers. I mean, they were probably looking for that running back that they needed. I mean, I guess they had Elijah Mitchell and Jeff Wilson, but I just don't see that working out like long term.
What about you, Ethan? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to last that long. I maybe give him 2 years in San Fran, and I think he's going to find a different team after that.
I personally think if Christian McCaffrey could stay healthy, first of all, that gives Deebo Samuel exactly what he wanted. I know he already re-signed a contract. He's doing his thing, but, I mean, Deebo Samuel mainly wanted to be a wide receiver, so I think this sets that up perfectly for him. And, I mean, if Christian McCaffrey could stay healthy, I think this is and also if we can get rid of Jimmy freaking Garoppolo. I was giving him a lot of praise week 1, but that dude has been doing horrible. Dude pulled a Orlovsky like week 3. It was just not very good.
This is his last year in France.
It better be his last year in San Francisco, or they're just wasting talent at this point. But I think if they get a new quarterback and Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy, that offense is very talented, and that defense is also very talented. I think they definitely have a chance to actually win the Super Bowl like they've been trying to do now for the past 4 to 5 years.
Or what about their cap space with are they going to re-sign Nick Bosa?
See, that's also a big question. Who knows? It's what Nick Bosa wants at the end of the day. It's his contract to negotiate. Dude's proved himself, and yeah. You guys have anything else you'd like to talk about for the NFL?
I would like to add something to the 49ers thing. I think it's not that good of a trade giving away their entire future for Christian McCaffrey because, like, at the end of the day, Jimmy Garoppolo, yeah, he's a winner, but he's not good. He's not in my opinion, he's not a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. Their run game was already good. They were like Jeff Wilson was getting like 80 yards other than like 1 week, like 2 weeks ago, he did pretty bad. But other than that, their run game was fine. Obviously, they still have Elijah Mitchell. Yeah, he gets hurt.
They're a win now team right now. They're not looking for the future.
Yeah, but they could have been a win now team with Jeff Wilson and still had a future instead of having Christian McCaffrey. I don't think Christian McCaffrey opens up the pass game a little bit more, but at the same time, they give away their future. They don't have a contract to sign Nick Bosa, which is one of the best defensive players in the league. I just think it's a bad trade overall.
Thank you for that point there, Cody. We are actually running out of time for this segment. We're going to wrap this up. Ethan, Noah, thank you guys so much for joining us. When we return, me, Cody Ike, and Cherish Booth will be talking some college football. So, yeah, we'll be right back with some more Tiger Sports Report after this.
For families who like to build their wealth while staying liquid, we have flexible rate CDs to keep your funds working hard, even when you're not. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. The right balance.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tiger Sports Report. I'm Cherish Booth alongside Cody Ike and Ethan Scott. Let's talk some college football. Now, Cody, what are your thoughts on the OSU homecoming game?
I enjoyed it. I mean, it was a good game. I have a lot of thoughts on OSU. Obviously, I'm a hater of OSU, but it was a good game overall. And I mean, go OU at the end of the day, but OSU is doing pretty good this season. But the game overall was good.
Yeah. The game wasn't just good, Cody. It was perfection. The final drive of that game, we literally made Quinn Ewers throw 2 picks in the fourth quarter. Quinn Ewers was looking like an absolute, I hate to say it like this, but dud against my Oklahoma State Cowboys. Looking at the camera right now, I'm bleeding orange today, baby. Oklahoma State, if they continue to play the way they're playing, they're making the playoff. This team is freaking insane. I love watching them every single week. That TCU game was a fluke, man. We allowed 14 points after that. When we were up 14, we allowed them to come back down 14. Oklahoma State, man. Come on, Cody. Cody, be realistic. Does OU beat OSU at Bedlam this year? Be realistic right now, Cody, with your circumstances. You guys are 4-3 on the year. You guys just celebrated a huge walk-off win against the Kansas Jayhawks.
Realistic?
Yeah.
OU wins.
Okay, you're just weird. Whatever. Cherish, what else you got for us?
So, Ethan, in your opinion, is Texas back?
No, they just lost to OSU. Texas is not back. Texas had a really good outing against Alabama. I'll give them that. That game was probably one of the best games of the season. They lost by 1 point to what is considered, like, usually year in and year out, the best team in college football. So, you know, that was a good little I'm back type game. But, I mean, other than that, literally the week after, they lost to Texas Tech, and then they, you know, have had some pretty close matchups after that. And, I mean, again, they just lost to Oklahoma State. And Oklahoma State and Texas, it's always a close matchup, but Oklahoma State, you know, proven to be the winners in this one again. Because, I mean, yeah, OSU, I mean, for the last, like, it feels like 5-6 seasons now, has had Texas on their back, and they just absolutely just do whatever they please to Texas. Texas is not a good program. Texas needs I think they're waiting for the Arch Manning days with, you know, Peyton Manning's son or whoever it is. I'm not too sure who the father is. I can't actually remember. I know he's related to Peyton Manning and Eli Manning, though. I think Texas fans and everybody is waiting for that day to start because Quinn Ewers is not the answer for the Texas Longhorns. That dude overthrows the ball 99% of the time.
Cody?
I would say that they're more back than not back because of their matchups this year. I mean,
5-3.
I understand they're 5-3, but like I would say that they're more back than not back because of their matchups. Their losses that they have had were close ones and to good teams like OSU and Alabama.
And Texas Tech. Texas Tech's a good team.
That one was excluded. I did not name them. That was a disappointing one. I won't lie. But their 2 other losses were good teams, good matchups, high score. Well, the Alabama was like, but OSU game, high scoring game, close matchups. I mean, I think they're more back than not back.
So, Cody, what are some teams to watch in preview Week 8?
I'll actually start that one off because I got the schedule right in front of me, Cherish. Probably the biggest game of the week. And, I mean, 99% of the time when this matchup does happen, excluding like the last 2 years, is going to be Ohio State and Penn State. This is always a high-scoring, close game when both teams are ranked. Ohio State coming into this one number 2, Penn State coming into it ranked 13. That's going to be fun. Me personally, as a college football fan, that's one of my favorite games every single season, and I'd say it's a really good game. And also, not trying to sound like a biased fan, but Oklahoma State and Kansas State is going to be a good game. Those are 2 ranked teams, and I will say this about Oklahoma State. Every single matchup they've been in has been close. And as a fan, I don't like that. I want to see some blowouts. And, if they want to blow out any team, it would be this Kansas State team. That'd definitely be a statement win. And also Kentucky and Tennessee, and Michigan State and Michigan. Michigan, one of the biggest rivalries in college football history. And Kentucky, a pretty good team as of late when it comes to college football. You're not just a basketball school anymore. And then you got also Tennessee, who is looking like a national championship berth type team this season with Hendon Hooker doing what he's doing. So I'd say those are probably the best matchups of the week.
Cody?
I think the Penn State game will probably be, in my opinion, thank you, but I think the Penn State game will probably be the most exciting and everything because Penn State's got one of the loudest stadiums. Is it the loudest? I think it is.
The loudest actually, like in terms of metrics, is actually going to be Ohio State's the Horseshoe, but Penn State's like top 5.
Yeah, okay, because I remember it's like really loud and it's a really big stadium. I know that.
Yeah.
So I think that will probably be the most exciting. But I mean, as a fan, I'm excited for the OU game, obviously, because I think we got it
against Iowa State.
I think we got it. This is our week. After everything we've been through, this is our week. We're gonna show everything before was just a dirty wash up.
America's game of the week, right there, Cody. Is that what you're saying?
No, I said Penn State. I said as a fan, OU.
My gosh.
But Penn State's probably the most exciting game overall because of how loud it's going to be and everything.
Yeah.
Ethan, what are your thoughts on Oregon versus UCLA?
Oregon, you're talking to me. You're asking me if Texas is back, Cherish. Oregon's back. They lost week 1 to Georgia in a blowout game. Don't get me wrong. Bo Nix looked like he was lost out there. But Bo Nix, ever since week 1 against Georgia, has come back 10 times stronger. And, I mean, it's so freaking fun to watch. I love watching Oregon play the way they do, and especially against UCLA. That was an insane win for them. Big one for their program. They're now number 8 in the country, I believe, after that one. And, I mean, if they just keep doing what they're doing, I don't think they're a playoff team because Oregon, ever since 2014 when they did make the national championship, have kind of been hated on just because, they play in the Pac-12 weaker type of conference. But I definitely think they'll make a New Year's Six bowl if they continue to play the way they do.
Cody, what were your thoughts?
I mean, I don't really have too many thoughts on those. Like, I'm not a big man on either side, but I do think UCLA is more of a, in my opinion, a basketball school. But I mean, yeah, they're ranked 8. In my opinion, from what I've seen and everything from me growing up, I don't know about their past and everything, but from what I've seen, they're more of a basketball school in my lifetime. Ranked 8, yeah, but I mean, I'm not too high on them, to be honest. I think they could make it to the playoffs, but I just don't think that they're big. I'm not big on them. And then Bo Nix, I'm not a big Bo Nix man. I won't lie. I'm not high on Bo Nix either. So if I had to say who win, I think Oregon's going to take it, but I'm not a big Bo Nix fan, so I could see him throwing it.
So, Cody, what are your thoughts on Ole Miss versus LSU?
I mean, LSU, I like LSU, my bad, a lot more than Ole Miss. Ole Miss, I think they're a wash away, in my opinion. I think LSU is going to win this one, not a close game.
Yeah, LSU absolutely killed Ole Miss in that game. Ole Miss was ranked number 7 in the country while LSU was unranked and had previously, I think the week before, actually lost. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But, yeah, 45-20. When you're an unranked program like LSU, who are still kind of in their hangover phase of the national championship with Joe Burrow, I mean, you're beating a team, Ole Miss, ranked number 7 undefeated, 45-20. That right there is a statement. I think LSU, you give them like 3 more years, they'll be back. Because LSU always is in the mix at one point or another.
We are running out of time, and that is all the questions I have for you guys.
Well, thank you so much, Cherish. Guys, thank you to all of our fans who watched this episode. Can't thank you guys enough. Me and Cody Ike, Cody, you have a fun time?
Yeah, I had a blast.
Good to hear. Go Pokes. Anyways, guys, that's going to end the episode here for the Tiger Sports Report. We will see you all next week for another episode. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.